What they should have taught you in school.
Living at home with your parents is supposed to be the ultimate financial cheat code. You don't pay rent, your fixed overhead is minimal, and almost everything you earn should theoretically be yours to keep. But if you're like most young adults in this situation, you check your bank account the day before payday and realize there's almost nothing left. You're generating real income, but you have zero wealth to show for it, and you're secretly starting to wonder how you'll ever be able to afford the cost of living on your own.
Let's say you bring home $2,800 a month from a full-time job. Because you live at home, your fixed survival costs are practically zero compared to living in your own apartment. Maybe you cover your cell phone bill, gas for your car, some basic insurance, and a few digital subscriptions. Let's call all of that $400. That leaves you with $2,400 of pure discretionary income every single month. Looking at that much liquidity, your brain tells you that you're rich.
But here's the hidden money trap of living at home: lifestyle creep. When you don't have a massive fixed expense like rent acting as a boundary on your checking account, your spending naturally expands to fill the void. That $2,400 slowly bleeds out through weekend road trips, constant takeout food, online shopping sprees, and maybe upgrading to a car payment you don't actually need. It feels like you're just enjoying your hard-earned money, but the opportunity cost is massive. You're actually inflating a daily lifestyle that your future self won't be able to afford.
Let's look at what happens when reality finally hits. Imagine two different paths for that exact same monthly paycheck. On the first path, you let the lifestyle creep run wild. You get completely used to spending over $2,000 a month on fun and convenience. But a year later, you decide it's time to move out and get your own apartment. Suddenly, you have to find $1,500 a month for rent and utilities. Because your brain is wired to spend that money on your lifestyle, you experience a massive payment shock. Moving out feels like taking a huge pay cut, and you feel instantly broke even though your income never dropped.
Now let's look at the second path. Instead of treating your childhood bedroom like a free hotel, you decide to aggressively maximize your savings rate. You recognize that this season of zero rent is temporary, and you decide to capture the massive gap between what you make and what you actually have to spend. You still give yourself a generous $400 a month for guilt-free fun, but you give the remaining $2,000 a very specific job before you even see it.
Let's do this simple math on building that Launchpad. If you take that $2,000 and stack it up for just 10 months, you have $20,000 in liquid cash. Think about what that actually means for your daily life. In less than a year, you just built a fully funded 6-month emergency fund, a massive down payment for a reliable car, and all the cash you'll ever need for a security deposit and basic apartment furniture. You just bought yourself total financial peace for your 20s, all because you didn't let your paycheck bleed out into random weekend spending.
The realization here is that living at home isn't just about avoiding rent. It's about artificially simulating the responsibility of independence before the pressure is real. If you can practice saving the equivalent of rent right now, moving out won't be a shock to your system. You'll already be used to living below your means, and the money you were practicing with just becomes your massive financial safety net.
The biggest mistake people make in this phase is trying to save whatever happens to be left at the end of the month. But when you live at home with no boundaries, nothing is ever left. You have to pay yourself first. The fix is to treat your savings like a mandatory bill using a zero-based budget. Set up an automatic transfer on payday that moves your Launchpad money straight into a completely separate high-yield savings account, or HYSA. You have to treat that transfer like a non-negotiable payment to a very strict landlord.
This is exactly where a visual budgeting template or a Launchpad tracker changes everything. You don't need a complicated accounting system. You just need a visual way to track what you're building. When you use a simple spreadsheet to map out exactly how many months it'll take to hit your target savings goal, the random spending starts to lose its appeal. You can literally see the finish line. You aren't restricting yourself from having fun. You're actively buying your future independence.
You have a massive head start right now, but the clock is ticking on this opportunity. Don't let your lowest expense years become the years you have absolutely zero net worth to show for. Give your money a clear plan, build your financial launchpad, and make sure that when you finally step out on your own, you do it from a position of absolute strength and control.